Next up, the one thing that I think is kind of slept on here is all right, so lots of medical students nowadays are trying to save as much money as they possibly can, and I want to help with that. So, one thing that many medical students find themselves doing is taking out loans, the dreaded student loans. So nowadays they're pushing about 5 to 6% for Stafford loans and about 7 to 8% for the Grad Plus loans, and that is compounding interest every year that you have to pay off. So, what can we do to mitigate that? One of the things I recommend doing is if you are taking out a substantial amount of loans in the beginning of the year, put those loans in a money market account. A money market account is one of the best things you can put your loans in instead of letting your money just sit in a checking account making 0.1%, 0.01% interest, or in a savings account making 0. We're reducing the amount of interest that we have to pay. While it may seem small and really insignificant now, it really pays off in the future. 2, a credit card. I cannot push this hard enough to people. Oh, please, open a credit card. Not so then you can take out more than what you have, but so that you can make money on money that you are already spending. This is so crucial because you are spending money on your bills, your car payment, your rent, your food. There's so much that you're spending your money on. Why not get free money back for spending on things you were already going to buy anyway? And then, you know what, even when if you are going to splurge, like, some people do when we finish our first year of medical school and we want to go on vacation, use those points to buy travel, use those points to use your credit card to pay for the tickets, and then you'll get even more cash back. You'll get 5% cash back on a trip instead of paying for it outright. I cannot push this hard enough. Please get a credit card and just be responsible with it. Pay your statement balance on time, every time, at the end of the month. I recommend using the Chase Freedom Unlimited card because that way you can get bonuses on things you are already going to spend. Those things can be anything from a Costco membership where you're already buying your groceries, so you get $10 off your Costco membership, and then you already get 1.5% cash back on your groceries. Can't really beat that. And that, again, think about this in regards to your loan interest. So you're further negating how much you are accruing by getting money back on money you are already going to spend. Again, please get a credit card and use it responsibly. Next is your car. Your car can be the best thing in your life, or it can be the worst thing in your life. And you want it to be the best, especially in medical school. So I highly recommend keeping up with your maintenance on your oil, on your brakes, on your timing belts, whatever it may be. Just keep a good eye on your car because it will cost you not only your time, which is so valuable in medical school, but it will also cost you a lot of money. And a lot of people are taking out loans and paying on these repairs with loans. So that's just more money that you're going to have to put down the drain, and it's going to accrue interest over time, and you're going to have to pay that off later. So do yourself a favor. Make sure either A, you're keeping up on your maintenance, or B, you're buying a very reliable car. If you know me at all, you're going to know that I am a big fan of the Prius. Okay. I will recommend a Prius day in and day out without fault, without faltering, whatever. I would recommend a Prius. 10 times out of 10, I will always recommend a Prius. Another thing, this is kind of an exploit, sort of, life glitch. So, certain places, I'd look into getting into their rewards programs for food if you eat out a lot, or even if you don't eat out a lot, and whenever you find yourself eating out at McDonald's, Piata, Wendy's, my favorite glitch in the system is Piata. My favorite thing to do is I'll go into Piata, I'll go into my Chase account, I'll get my 10% cash back, and then I'll also go into the Piata Rewards app, and then I'll get my Piata Rewards, which once you spend, I think it's like $20, you'll get $5 back, or $5 off your next order at Piata. And then sometimes you can really multiply this with a gift card that you can purchase for another $5 off. And then pretty much, and then you can also get 10% back on that gift card that you purchased from Piata. So it's really all about finding these little things that add up over time. and because they will pay you dividends. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was getting Piata, and sometimes am still getting Piata for about $5, which is significantly less than Chipotle, which I also love Chipotle and would 10 out of 10 recommend getting the rewards app for that. And also you can go on the Chase app and find different discounts on different gift cards that you'll get cash back on. You're spending there and you'll get cash back, and you'll get a gift card from, like, it's the most insane thing. But like, honestly, this is why I recommend getting a credit card. You can save so much money on so many random things that you're already gonna buy. It's just yeah. Next up, you can save money by living at home. This is honestly a no-brainer, but I would 10 out of 10 recommend this. I currently live at home, and I'll tell you right now, according to the rent prices in my area and around my school, you're paying roughly $850 a month. That comes out to about $9,600 a year. Plus utilities, you'll probably add on another $2,000 maybe. It's a very, very easy way to cut down on your expenses, and sometimes, it can be a little tough staying with the parents, but it's sometimes it's just a necessary evil in order to save a little bit of money. And I'm all about saving that money. Next up, I would honestly recommend meal prepping. You'll save yourself so much time and so much money not eating out, not waiting in lines to go eat out at some restaurant. I know like some of the fast food places can seem like they're fast, but you actually spend quite a bit of time just going there and coming back, and being able to whip out your meal prep straight out of your backpack and eat that while you're studying here, and you get to stay at school, continue to socialize with everybody. Like, it's awesome. And also, I mean, of course, you can indulge and go out and go have some fast food with everyone. It's always great to socialize that way. But just the thing that I would think about is packing your lunch. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next up, I want to talk about partying. Sometimes you do go out, work hard, play hard. That's always nice sometimes, but it can get very expensive very quickly. Use your best judgment and possibly even buy a flask. Totally kidding. Lastly, I would recommend getting into the stock market. It'll take a little bit of practice, a lot of research, but once you have that skill of knowing how to trade stocks effectively, it can pay itself off multiple times over. I can't even begin to describe that to you. I would recommend getting into options, specifically credit spreads, debit spreads, cash secured puts, cash covered calls. Those are the ones that I would recommend. I believe that when you trade that way, that the odds are in your favor. But of course, this is not financial advice, and I would recommend that you do your own research. Some resources that I really highly would recommend you viewing would be In the Money and Kamikaze Cash, especially if you're looking for a good laugh. He's an awesome resource for stock market advice. And In the Money, just absolutely, he's been in the market for so long and knows so much. But personally, I would recommend Robinhood. It has a great user interface that's really good for beginners, and it'll get you super comfortable with doing options trading. I would 100% recommend this so many times over, because honestly, Robinhood helped me understand what I was doing, mixed in with the resources like Kamikaze Cash and In the Money. So those are my recommendations for how to maximize your money in medical school. If I think of any more, I'll definitely put out a video, and thanks for watching.